Good morning, I'm Tom Kinisky. I'm president of Sangaban Performance Plastics here in North America, and I'm going to go off script like many of the other speakers did. I'm going to start with a confession, actually. My personal involvement with YouthBuild has been really limited. You know, it's been part of the executive management team that decided to build this partnership between Sangaban and YouthBuild, so I was part of that team making that decision. And then more locally, I got involved with some co-workers in our project in Akron. So we completed a project earlier this year in Akron, so I had an opportunity to go down there and work on the project with some of the other people from my business. And it was really remarkable to engage with the students, frankly. The fun that they brought, the passion they brought, the hope that they brought to the project. It was really, really exciting. And exciting to be part of that. But I have to tell you, sitting here this morning, because my involvement has been limited, I never saw the back end of the program. And watching this morning, Jamil, Jamie, Mike Dean this morning at breakfast, Nina this morning at breakfast, Robert here, and watching, it's not about the students, it's about the leaders that are being created through YouthBuild, and seeing the people in those leadership roles is incredibly impressive, incredibly impressive. So I feel really humbled to be here this morning to honor the 35th anniversary. And while you think about the discrete years, 35 years, it's really not about that. It's about those leaders that have been formed. It's about the thousands of students who have passed through the organization. You know, it's a testament to the lessons learned, the knowledge gained, the careers begun, and obviously the leaders created. It's much, much more, and I've seen that from that personal involvement with the Akron project. It's really that special, powerful bond we saw this morning at breakfast as well, that's forged between the groups of men and women that work together on these projects, and they share that unique experience, and that's, everybody wants that shared experience and the confidence that brings and the hope that brings to people. And through that, you know, they come from different backgrounds, and they have different life journeys and challenges to that point in time. When they become part of YouthBuild, boy, it really creates something special that they carry forward with them forever, and I'm really impressed by that. Together, these people, as you know, they've picked up hammers, saws, textbooks, and really take control of their lives. They formed a community whose success is not measured simply in dollars earned, but it's families raised, neighborhoods rebuilt, and most importantly, lives transformed. And that's why I'm here this morning, representing Sangaban, to really celebrate the vision of one woman, whose vision is really written on the faces of thousands of others, and that's what this is about. As you know, I work for a company called Sangaban, or Saint-Gobain. If I'm in France, it's Saint-Gobain. If I'm in the US, it's Saint-Gobain. And to be honest, I think we do know a thing or two about anniversaries and timelines like that. Our company was founded in 1665 by King Louis XIV of France to build the Hall of Mirrors for the Palace at Versailles. So if you ever have the opportunity to go to the Palace at Versailles, you can see the very first products manufactured by our company. Still in use today, so clearly sustainable, long life products. And we're about to approach our 350th anniversary in 2015. And with that, it's a reflection back on the 14 generations of people that have lived, that have learned, that have worked, and have raised their children as part of the Sangaban family. So yes, same thing, we're counting our years as part of the anniversary, but it's not the years, it's the impact the company has had on our people and the family of the Sangaban family. So like YouthBuild, we believe that our legacy and our responsibility to make the world a better place truly does matter. And to me, when I see YouthBuild's 35th anniversary and Sangaban's upcoming 350th anniversary, they really are just different threads coming together to create a rich tapestry. So let me tell you just a little bit about the 3-year partnership. We're fairly new in this. I was so impressed this morning listening to people that have been involved with YouthBuild for 35 years, 25 years, 15 years. It's really tremendous. We've been involved for 3 years. So what have we done? Well, if you don't know, Sangaban is a fairly conservative company, not a big risk-taking company. And I guess in many ways, being around 350 years, you got to have a little bit of that. So in 2010, when we began the partnership with YouthBuild, it was actually the single biggest partnership the the Sangamon Foundation in North America has ever entered into. And quite frankly, among the management team, it was seen as a rather bold and risky move. Bold because for the first time we really put a lot of dollars and critical mass onto something that we cared about, which was science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM training. This is an area where we're experts. And also we were able to put the money into an area of building and construction industry. And that's what we wanted to do. Now it was risky because of the significant financial commitment we were going to make to a totally new partner to us in YouthBuild's. So now, 3 years, here we are, 3 years later, and what can I say? I guess I can say with great confidence this. We entered into this relationship knowing full well that it was about knowledge transfer. It was about teaching people valuable skills and showing individuals what hard work and tenacity could accomplish. Our success together has led to 3 homes completed, 2 of which are officially rated as LEED Platinum, and the 3rd well on its way to attaining that sustainable landmark. It's also led to more than 500 Sangamon employees participating in the 4 different cities across the U.S., 8 different of our business lines, products installed in those homes, and many, many hours of training and education with students and Sangamon experts and executives standing side by side. So looking back, here's what we've learned. We got the whole teacher-student relationship thing completely wrong. We went in thinking we were the teachers, but we really weren't. For every technical skill in insulation or drywall that we taught the students, they taught us lessons in drive, tenacity, and heart that clearly dwarfed any knowledge we were giving them. For every post dug, for every floor laid, for every sheet of drywall hung, our employees saw in the students' eyes just how much fun it was to learn and to engage in that hope and that commitment to what they wanted to be and the passion to what they wanted to do in their lives. And for many of them, it was a totally new experience and a new experience for our people. And it's a funny thing, it happened to me, it happens to everybody that goes on these projects. I'm sure others have experienced it here in the room. When you're working with the enthusiastic young people, it changes you and more importantly, re-energizes you. And like me, a lot of the other Sangamon executives are completely re-energized by this partnership. And meeting people like Chris Cato on the job site, or Eva Blake, or Samrin, or Don, or Charlie, or Dorothy, the energy and enthusiasm that they bring is really infectious, and that's in our management team as well. So that's what's been brought in these 3 years. So as we look back, if our lessons are anything like the others, hundreds of people that have stood side by side with the students, and anything like the experiences of the other thousands of partners and participants, I can safely say YouthBuild can and should be placed in a really very unique, impressive category of nonprofit partners. It's really a space reserved for those few organizations that do more than simply seek to solve a problem, but instead it does something more profound than building buildings. It sets in motion relationships, partnerships, and bonds that form the foundation of people's lives. I mentioned earlier that Sangamon was around for 350 years, and I mentioned that we're kind of a conservative company. But I think there's another reason why we've been around so long. It's the core values of the company are very strong. Respect, commitment, integrity, trust, and solidarity. Every employee gets a list of those principles of conduct when they become part of the group of Sangamon, and they're expected to live up to them. I can tell you, when you're fortunate enough to have alignment in mission and alignment in values with a partner, then the foundation of the relationship is incredibly strong, and we have that with YouthBuild. So thank you, YouthBuild, thank you, Dorothy, and most of all, thanks to all the students who have taught us so much in these past 3 years.